Sean on Sunshine Queens at the main bowl of the University of Benin today as they defeated Kaduna Queens 2-0 in the Betsy Obaseki Women Football Tournament. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Manchester United defender, has been given 2-match ban for Champions League red card, and so I will be missing the game tonight and also next one because he got that red card against the Young Boys, in the 2-1 defeat to Young Boys in Switzerland. So today will be out, and in boxing we can tell you that the reigning world heavyweight champion, talking about Alexander Usyk, is expecting Anthony Joshua's rematch in February or March. That's what his camp is saying. And in tennis, US Open champion Emma Raducanu has been giving Indian Wells white card. We have more days to give to you on the show this evening. Good evening and welcome to Sports Fiesta live on the 2.7 KUFM down here in Benin City. My name is Ewosa. I'm the Sports Maestro, and I've got CJ the Maestro as well as Sari Ibrahim, the Bracadabra Sports, with me on the show this evening. But guys, good evening. Let's begin from the main bowl of the Samuel Ogbomudia Stadium. Early this morning, the morning sun on Sunshine Queens, and they were 2-0 winners over their opponent, Kaduna Queens. It seems the late arrival, the fatigue that affected them, in their first game. I think it's as if the Kada Queens, they are not well settled in this tournament. But then this happened to be their second defeat of the tournament, because today happens to be rest day, but the match was an outstanding one, so they had to take care of it this morning. But it did not go well for the Kaduna Queens. Kudos to Sunshine Queens.
Yeah, kudos to them. They got the job done, which we expected to happen, because if you look at the two teams, of course, we know who the better side is. Yes, Kaduna Queens can make an excuse of jet lag, fatigue, not properly rested before this fixture, and then, of course, the first one that they prosecuted. But I can tell you for a fact, if this game was played even tomorrow, or in 2 days' time, Sunshine Queens will still, of course, be the better side. So, for me, I like the way the competition is going. The big teams are letting the small teams know that, look, we're not here to joke in any way. We're here, of course, to get the job done, and we're here to ensure that we assert our authorities in terms of the competition, and also in terms of women's football, because we know whenever you talk about women's football, we know those big teams, and in competitions like this, they do not flatter to deceive. So far, I don't think we've seen any upsets. We've just seen the big teams, come in there and then assert their dominance on the lesser teams. So we'll just see how it happens. This one is just another quality result for a big team like Sunshine Queens over Kaduna Queens. So let's see how the rest of the tournament, how it will, of course, go for the other teams here. We're hoping that, I don't think maybe the other teams like Niger Hotels, or talk about Rowley, is that Rowley Angels now, whether they can, of course, maybe even win a match in this competition. It is difficult. The big teams are not just giving breathing space to the small sides in any way. So it's the kind of competition I would love to see, even though I am for upsets. But these busy guys are just not here to look at your face in any way. They are here for serious business, and they are getting. When you look at the scoreline, 6-0. They are setting the standard. Yeah. So when you hear about your fixture with them, next time, as a team that is not up to that level, you now know what is expected of you. Even though maybe one or two times you'd expect lesser sides to try as much as possible to hold or maybe withstand the big ladies, but it's all the time that it does happen. You can only maybe do that for 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 60 minutes, and then can you do that for 90 minutes? So it's a good win for Sunshine Queens.
Well, I've always said that I get more excitement watching women's football than even the men, because they are not as tactical as the men. All those intriguing stuff, how to stop the opponent from playing. The women just seem to just go out there, enjoy themselves, catch fun, play with so much expression, and the coaches seem to allow them to do that. I was pretty impressed watching Edo Queens, that I think I mentioned it yesterday, the way I saw they were playing, especially down the flank. They had this winger that was so enterprising, and we've seen the same thing with Monday Gift. We've seen the same thing with so many other players of the different teams. And so for Sunshine Queens to beat Kaduna Queens today, it wasn't a surprise. We know that Kaduna Queens came late to the competition, and maybe they are still they've not been able to get over the effects of the long travel and not rested well before they played this game. This game was supposed to have been played on match day 1, but it was postponed. So Sunshine Queens, I spoke to their coach yesterday, and she was pretty confident that they were going to win this, having beaten Confluence Queens 1-0 yesterday, and they've backed up that boast with a 2-0 victory for them. So they are top of Group C now with 6 points. Then we've got Bayelsa Queens second with 4 points. So tomorrow we are going to see Bayelsa Queens play against Sunshine Queens. This promises to be a tight encounter, and it is basically winner takes all, but a draw will suit Sunshine Queens. Bayelsa Queens, a draw will not be good enough for them because they know that there are already teams on 6 points. Teams when you look at Group B, you've got FC Robo Queens on 6 points, you've got Rivers Angels on 6 points. So it means that if Bayelsa Queens fail to win, they cannot take one of the best loser spots. So it's going to be not one of the best, the only best loser spots. It's going to go to one club from Group B. So they've got to just try and win. That's for Bayelsa Queens. So if they win, yeah, they will top the group. Then Sunshine Queens will still have a chance, but I doubt it because you look at their goal difference. They've scored 3 and they've not conceded, so their goal difference is just 3. But you go to Group B, FC Robo Queens already, their goal difference is 10. So even if they lose 1-0, their goal difference will still be very good, will be better than that of Bayelsa Queens. They will be on 9. If what's the name now? Rivers Angels, if they lose, they are already on 6 points. Maybe they lose 1-0, their goal difference will be 6. And if Bayelsa Queens lose to Sunshine Queens, then they cannot meet up with the goal difference, and it will be either FC Robo Queens or Rivers Angels that will qualify as the best second place team. So none of these sides can afford to lose tomorrow. They just have to go for it. But Sunshine Queens will consider themselves slightly the favorite because they know that a draw will be good enough for them. But we know that sometimes when you go seeking for a draw, you could get beaten. So Bayelsa Queens versus Sunshine Queens is going to take place tomorrow at 4 p.m. and will be at the University of Benin Sports Complex. Then we'll have the match between the first and second place teams at the moment in Group B, and that's FC Robo Queens versus Rivers Angels. And I'm sure this one match everybody wants to watch. These are the 2 top scorers in the competition so far. They've not conceded any goal, and they both have 6 points. I just hope that it will not be boring, because they will know that a draw will qualify both of them, because no any other team that will finish second in any of the group will have more than 7 points. And then you look at the goal difference that they have. In fact, no other team will finish second and have 7 points, because when you go to Edo Queens group, Edo Queens have got 6 points now. The second team there is Heartland. Heartland have got 4 points. So even if Heartland Queens win, they go to 7 points. Edo Queens will be on 6 points. So Bayelsa Queens and FC Robo Queens will know that a draw will qualify both of them. And if Edo Queens wins, then Heartland will remain on 4 points. A draw, Heartland will go to 5 points. They will not go beyond these 2 teams in Group B. So I hope we are going to see explosive football. The 2 sides will want to come out and show dominance. But again, maybe on the flip side, you just feel, okay, they will know that even if they lose, they may still qualify. So we may not have that explosive game, but I hope that we will get it eventually. So this match is going to hold tomorrow at 10 a.m. That's Rivers Angel versus FC Robo Queens. Is going to hold tomorrow at 10 a.m. at the University of Benin Sports Complex. I will not miss this match. I'll definitely be there. I want to see what happens. I want to see Monday Gift versus her other Super Falcons teammates in FC.
Maybe I need
Rivers
to tag
Rivers United.
along as well.
Sorry?
Maybe I need to tag along as well.
No problem. We'll be there to watch it. We are all accredited for the
that's the kind of picture you would love to watch.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I would love to see I keep forgetting her first name. The girl that scored 2 goals for Vivian Ikechukwu for Rivers Angels. Yeah, you know, both of them were the star players at the Aisha Buhari Cup. So you want to see.
Funny enough, when you look at players like that, you can tell this one is going to make it in football. You know, there are certain players you look at and say, this one will not go far. But then you look at Vivian and her level of seriousness. She's on a consistent basis has been called up for the national team, and she's done well when she was called upon to do a job for the Super Falcons. And that's how you know a player that is ready for a big opportunity. If you're given a chance, what do you do with it? It's not just to get a call up and then sit on the bench when you're called upon to play. Because truth is this, you getting a call up means that one day somebody can say start a match or start from the second half. So how prepared are you to grab the opportunity?
Then we've got Edo Queens. They will be playing against Heartland Queens, and this match will be kicking off at 1 p.m. at the University of Benin Sports Complex. That will be immediately after Rivers Angels versus FC Robo Queens. So we know that right now Edo Queens are top of Group A. They've got 6 points. Heartland Queens are second. They've got 4 points. So Edo Queens know that so long as they avoid defeat, they will have won the group. If they win, they go to 9 points. If they get a draw, they stay on 7 points. The only way they will not win their group will be if Heartland Queens wins tomorrow. But Heartland Queens will know that a win of any coloration, even if it is 1-0, they will have won the group because they will go to 7 points. And as we have seen from Group B, a draw may not be enough for Edo Queens. In fact, a draw will definitely not be enough for them to, a loss will not be enough for them. A draw will definitely be enough, but if they lose, then they will not be able to finish as the best second place team, because that will definitely, you look at what FC Robo Queens and Rivers Angels, what they have at the moment, both of them on 6 points, goal difference 10 and 7. So Edo Queens right now, their goal difference is 5, I think, because they won. They've scored 6 and conceded 1, so their goal difference is 5. Pretty good. But if they lose, then it will be it will go down. The goal difference will go down. If they lose 1-0, then it will be 4. And already you've got a team on 7. Except, of course, if let's say FC Robo Queens beats Rivers Angels like 5 or 6-0. Then it will further reduce their goal difference. But for Edo Queens, they know that, look, just go and get a draw or a win, and they will be in the semi-final. Really looking exciting. Then there are other matches, but this one's maybe not as, the prospects, not much riding on it like you have with these other ones that we've mentioned. We also have at Western Boys High School tomorrow, we'll have Fortress Ladies. They'll be taking on Royal Angels. These two teams have both been battered in this competition. That match will be at 10 a.m. Then Nigeria Ratals will take on Raleigh Angels. This will be at 1 p.m. Then finally, Fortress Ladies will play against we've already mentioned that Fortress Ladies versus Royal Queens. That is going to be at 4 p.m. tomorrow.
All right, that's what to expect tomorrow as far as the Betsy Obaseki Women Football Tournament is concerned. It's getting interesting, and like you heard us, tomorrow, the star match tomorrow 10 a.m. between FC Robo and Rivers Angels. Well, each time I see some of the pictures, I see young girls, students, or I see secondary school students, they just go there and enjoy themselves.
The goalkeeper of Confluence Queens. Yeah, Lent, she's in SS2 or SS3.
Wow.
Precious Igodalo or something. I can't recall her second name now. But she is still in secondary school. They said she's, I think, SS2 or SS3.
Wow.
And she's good. Forget the fact that she considered 5 goals yesterday. But her timing, that was what I and Daposho Tuminu, Oluchito Bestuku, the Super Falcons media officer, Faith Oluchi, the media officer of the Flamingos, and Joseph Isopei, our colleague here at EBS. We're just analyzing the match and we're talking about the goalkeeper. She's good. She was conceding goals, but none of the goals that she considered, you will say, oh, that's her fault. Yeah. Another goalkeeper will have saved that. No. But you look at her timing and everything, the way she's been playing, and people are like, yeah, look, maybe this is even opportunity for Edo Queens to scout for players and identify those that are really good and bring them to play for the club.
Well, all the best. We hope that Edo Queens will go on to do great stuff. Yeah, tomorrow we are looking for them. Let's go on our first commercial break on the show this evening. We'll return. We'll talk more. Stay tuned.
The big leagues are back, and DSTV is the only place you can watch it all. Enjoy live matches weekly from the best leagues in the world. We're talking the Premier League, La Liga, Serie A, the Champions League, not to mention the return of the Europa League. That's Salah, Kane, Haaland, Bruno, Lukaku, Suarez, Messi, and CR7.
Oh my goodness!
All week, every week.
You're just lost for words!
Nothing beats the unbeatable football on DSTV.
Indomie welcomes you back to school. Have a session filled with lots of fun and excitement. Stay safe, stay healthy. Indomie noodles, tasty nutrition, good for you.
Uncle Dentist, wetin be cavities and how Colgate take dey protect my teeth from cavities? Shey dey use comfort?
No dear, na hole for teeth dey cause most tooth pain wey be cavity. But if you use Colgate Maximum Cavity Protection take brush every day, the confirmed formula go help keep natural calcium inside our teeth wey go protect them from tooth decay.
Time don reach to upgrade to the world's chosen toothpaste Colgate, because Colgate locks calcium in.
Keeps cavities out!
And the Nigerian Dental Association, they recommend Colgate.
Milo!
Hello, give me Milo please. 2 sachets.
Okay, are you sure you don't want to try something else?
This something else, does it have Active Go?
Active K.
Active Go, that mix of Protomalt, minerals and vitamins.
Proto what?
Look, it's okay. Just give me my Milo, because things that I buy for my kids, I don't compromise one bit.
Give your kids winning energy. Milo Active Go, with the goodness of malt, milk, and cocoa, helps them make the most of every day. Milo, the energy to go further.
You don't hear of OPay debit card, the debit card for the young generation, the young people they live for inside Nigeria. This OPay debit card gets better, sweet things with it for inside. If it gets more than 15% yearly interest, where they go to pay for inside your wallet every day on top your savings. No be only that one though. If it gets cash back every month, all your transfers go be free of charge and nobody go charge you for card maintenance. It makes sense, abi? No be all be that though. You go fit also get access to up to 40,000 naira credit balance to pay for all your gbese. So waiting you dey wait for. Apply for the OPay debit card, or you go download the OPay app or visit any of the OPay agents where they close to you. Download OPay sharp. Make yourself begin to enjoy plenty berekete benefits. The OPay app, they available on top Google Play Store and even on top App Store. Terms and conditions apply, shall.
Welcome back to Sports Fiesta live on 92.7 KFM down here in Benin City. My name is Egusa Egbekani, Sports Maestro. I'm personally Ibrahim, the Bracalabra Sports, and Siwa the Maestro. CJ the Maestro with me in the studio this evening. Before we went to the break, we just told you what happened earlier today rather, when the Morning Sun shone on the Sunshine Queens, as they made it 2 out of 2 against the Cardinal Queens, and it was 2-0 in favor of the Sunshine Queens. So the tournament continues tomorrow, and we've given you the fixtures of the matches to expect tomorrow. So you go out there and enjoy yourself. Probably, if you're a girl, you can just young girl, you can catch the interest and start to also in that part. So fantastic career it is. Let's move abroad and let's talk about the UEFA Champions League. Yeah, it's been the first goal for Paris Saint-Germain, but for Lionel Messi, having netted that second goal yesterday, it felt a sign of relief, because the banter, the mockery, it's so many things. The rivalry between himself and Cristiano Ronaldo. So after the game, he said he's okay right now because he was desperate for that goal. You could see the energy with which he hit that ball. That's the Messi. So for those saying Messi cannot play in the English Premier League, he has destroyed the top teams in the English Premier League. Even yesterday, he did something I never saw him did in Barcelona. By lying behind the, lying on the ground. Behind the wall, because Kevin De Bruyne wanted to take a spot kick, and they started doing that.
That's not a spot kick, a free kick.
Sorry, a free kick. They started doing that because of Messi, because of the kind of free kicks he used to take. Even Ronaldinho did it against Chelsea, so he did that, and even the manager said, "I never expected it that he would do that," but he has done it before, in training, so he did that. So he's ready to really give his all out for PSG. So he felt relief after scoring that goal. So fantastic.
It shows humility. People are saying it was disrespectful for the Paris Saint-Germain team to ask Messi to go and lie down behind the wall. But the truth is, I don't think anybody can tell Messi what to do in any team that he's playing in.
Sure.
If Messi is lying down behind the wall, it's because he did not see any reason why he should be extra special than any other player. If so, who would you want to go and lie down behind the wall? It has to be one of the players, and Messi chose to do that. It just shows that, apart from being arguably the greatest footballer to ever lace his boot, he's also one of the most humble persons that you will ever meet. And besides, can you imagine having Messi in the wall? Why do you have the wall? You have the wall to block the trajectory of the ball when the ball is hit, and you need people that are tall, people that are big, people that can really take that. Well, if you don't need Messi for defending.
No,
you don't need Messi. So he chose to even lying behind the wall. I would think his frame is too small for that purpose. But at least it's even better than putting him in the wall. If you put Messi in the wall and I am taking the free kick, I'll target the Messi position. Because I know he hasn't got, even if he jumps, there's no, how many goals has Messi scored with his head all through his career? You can't compare Messi to Cristiano Ronaldo when it comes to heading the ball. So for people saying that it was disrespectful, no. I think you should, even if you're a fan of Messi, you should use that to say, look, this guy is humble. Humility, the greatest people that we in history, especially the greatest religious leaders, humility is a part of them. Everything about them is they are so humble. So I see nothing wrong in what Messi did. He was humble, and the goal that he scored. There were talks about rifts. There was a rift between Messi and Kylian Mbappe. And I even recall recently, was it Nicolas Anelka was saying that Mbappe is number one in Paris Saint-Germain, so Messi must, in quotes, serve Kylian Mbappe. Well, come on, this is Lionel Messi that we are talking about. We cannot be disrespectful. But the good thing is that the players themselves, they don't even take note of all this tension that people say is happening and all of that. You saw how when the pass from Kylian Mbappe, the assist, fantastic, and it's not something that just happened. They must have practiced that in training. And you saw how Neymar first, of course, Neymar and Messi are very close. How we went to meet him and how all the team came to celebrate with Messi. And in fact, remember, even when Idrissa Gueye scored the first goal, Messi was the first person to run to him to congratulate him. So that tells you that Messi is, he didn't say, oh, who is this one, the dark-skinned boy from Africa, whatever. He went to celebrate with him. He jumped all over Idrissa Gueye. He didn't say, I have not scored and Gueye is scoring, so why should I celebrate? No, he went to celebrate with him. It just tells you how great the player is. So I've always said that Messi will come good at Paris Saint-Germain. And all those saying, well, maybe to an extent, you've got to look at that. But we also know that there have been some players that have come to the English Premier League. They've hit the ground already. They've absolutely destroyed it. If I recall correctly, Ravanelli, this guy used to play for Juventus, yes, with the grey hair. His first goal for Middlesbrough, he scored a hat-trick. his first match in the English Premier League. He scored a hat-trick. Some other players have come and they needed time to adjust to the pace of the English Premier League and all of that. But I will understand that argument that, the English Premier League, you've got to try and adjust and what have you. But honestly, for a player that's as intelligent as Lionel Messi, even if he has a few, maybe not very excellent games, you can't keep him down forever. That's why they say form is temporal, but class is permanent. This class will always shine. The same thing with Cristiano Ronaldo and the other great players we have in the world.
All right, that is coming from Messi. He spoke to Canal Plus yesterday after getting that first goal for Paris Saint-Germain. So he hopes that more will come. Okay, I gave you the results of the match that we played yesterday. For those of you who have not seen the results, quickly let me just go through before we go through the features of today.
Okay, for Group A, in the Champions League, PSG beats Manchester City 2-0, RB Leipzig 1, Club Brugge 2, AC Milan in Group B lost at home to Atletico Madrid 2-1, and then for FC Porto, they were also beaten at home by Liverpool 5-1. For Group C, Ajax beat Besiktas 2-0, Borussia Dortmund 1, Sporting CP 0. In Group D, Shakhtar Donetsk 0, Inter Milan 0, and for Real Madrid, they lost at home to FC Sheriff Tiraspol 2-1. For Group E, today we're going to see a series of matches. Let's just start from Group E. Bayern Munich will be up against Dynamo Kiev. Benfica versus Barcelona. In Group F, Atalanta will come up against Young Boys. And for Manchester United, they welcome Villarreal. For Group G, FC Salzburg versus Lille. Wolfsburg up against Sevilla. For Group H, Zenit St. Petersburg will welcome Malmo FF, and for Juventus, they will entertain Chelsea this evening for Group H.
Okay, for Manchester United, ahead of that game, remember they have the first game against Young Boys. Aaron Wan-Bissaka was shown a red card for a late tackle in the first half of that match. Though they went on to lose that game 2-1. But he has been given a 2-match ban, so he will have to miss tonight's game against Villarreal and their home game against Atalanta.
There's a bit of inconsistency, with the officiating, because Aaron Wan-Bissaka getting a red card against Young Boys, and
Kevin
De Bruyne getting only a yellow card even after VAR intervened. I mean, I didn't see the consistency there, and I do not see why that of Kevin De Bruyne will be a yellow and Aaron Wan-Bissaka is getting a red. Remember that we even looked at what happened with Paul Pogba and Robert Neves now when Manchester United played against Wolves, that he should have got that is potentially a red card, but the referee did not even give it, and that happened in the build-up to the goal that Manchester United scored. Then we saw Aaron Wan-Bissaka do it, and people were like, so what's the difference between what happened to Paul Pogba and what Aaron Wan-Bissaka did? That Aaron Wan-Bissaka got a red card. That UEFA, their officiating is different from the English Premier League. Just a couple of days later, we are seeing Kevin De Bruyne do the same thing, and he got away with it. He got just a yellow card in that encounter.
All right, so that's what we've got for you as far as that Aaron Wan-Bissaka's issue is concerned. So it's going to be missed 2 matches, but let's see how things will pan out for the Red Devils as they take on the Yellow Submarines later tonight, Villarreal. Let's talk boxing. The reigning world heavyweight boxing champion, Ukrainian Alexander Usyk. Yes, from his camp, we are getting reports that they are expecting Anthony Joshua rematch in February or March. To me, I don't know if it's too soon, but I think sometimes after a heavyweight bout like this, I think they're giving about 3, 4, 5 months to get ready to prepare, because you need to.
March will have been 5 months or more, almost 6 months.
Almost 6 months.
We are still in September. There is October. There is November.
I think that should be okay.
Then there is January. There is February. So even it's enough time for Anthony Joshua to prepare. After all, you know who you are fighting. It's not like they are giving you a fight at short notice. But they want it to be in Ukraine. And Anthony Joshua, well, he's no longer the champion. The champion is now Alexander Usyk. So Usyk can decide where he wants that fight. If Andy Ruiz had insisted that he will have that fight in Mexico, it could have happened, So we'll see what happens now. Well, if somebody comes to your home and beats you, well, you've also got to go there. If he says, come to my home, you've got to go there and attempt to beat him there too. So we'll see what happens. If AJ has already activated the rematch clause, so we'll definitely have the fight. I think the only thing that's left now is the venue. That's what they are looking at.
All right, in tennis, U.S. Open champion Emma Raducanu, she has been given Indian Wells a white card. It will be the 18-year-old's first tournament since her stunning victory in New York earlier this month. So she's enjoying her fame, getting ready for the Indian Wells. She has also entered tournaments in Russia and Romania in October. She could still qualify for the year-end WTA finals in Guadalajara. Raducanu's currently she's currently 14th in the race to reach the event, needing just under 400 points to reach the top 8 and qualify. So from what we've seen from her, I'm sure she could go on to do that. World number 1 Ash Barty withdrew from the Indian Wells earlier this week. And still talking tennis, Andy Murray won his match earlier today. He overcame Dennis Kodler in the San Diego Open first round. He won on straight sets 6-3, 6-2. This guy is battling hard. Every tournament he's trying to ensure that he takes part, whether he gets to semis or finals, but he just wants to keep playing in order for him to be in top shape. I think I really commend his effort, talking about Andy Murray. Okay, now guys, time for you to be part of the show. Let's get started. 070-6263-9275, 090-3939-4427, 081-2178-9154. These are the numbers to call, and if you want to send us your SMS, you can send it to 080-74-009076. Let's get your contribution. Hello.
Hello?
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
My sister, good evening, you're welcome.
Good evening, sir. Mr. Ibrahim.
Good evening, welcome.
Victory, welcome.
Thank you. For the Betsy Obaseki tournament, very, very nice one. Quality game, result so far. For, I think, Atlanta play tomorrow.
Yeah, Atlanta Queens and Edo Queens are playing tomorrow.
God. I don't know, it's going to be really difficult. I want both teams to qualify from the group. But I wish Atlanta to beat Edo Queens.
Are you from Imo State, Victory?
Yeah.
No wonder. No wonder.
Okay.
Yeah. That's the only way we can get out of that group.
Yeah,
that's the only way we can get out of that group. But I wish both teams will be there. It's going to be really, really tough. And for the Champions League last night, and Madrid did not really believe their eyes because they thought they were able to get 3 points from that match. So I think Young Boys and Celtic have shown so far that all teams, whether big or small, and the Champions League to prove something. If you are not that good, you won't even amaze it to the group stage at all. So you should take all opponents serious. Venice almost gave us a scare when we played them. We managed the 1-0 over them. So all teams should really, really be careful when they play this smaller team. And for Chelsea tonight, no Kante, no Mount, no Rizes, no Pulisic. They shouldn't, take it like they don't have their, they have lost like 90% of their squad because no Kante in the team. So they should play, they should learn to win game without him. He won't play for the team forever, so they should bring out a plan and let them win matches without Kante. So they should play so that they have all that good players in the midfield. It's going to be really, really tough because Juventus, even if they are not playing, they're in a different competition and they're a big team, so you should really, really be careful when you play them. Don't look at it that they are having bad results, so you just go and beat them very well. So it might not happen, so they should take the match very, very serious. I wish them all the best. I think we are playing for 3 points, however it comes, whether we win 1-0 or 2-1, so long we get the 3 points. Thank you very much.
Okay, I wish you the best. The Blues. Hello.
Hello, guys. Good evening.
Danjuma from Auchi. Good evening.
Hello, guys. Good evening.
Welcome, Danjuma.
Good evening.
Good evening, Danjuma. Welcome.
Let me first of all thank Attorney Joshua. Recently, without the CCA, Attorney Joshua, the way you take the carry off for the match this year, you may be waiting good for us. You may see for people where they criticize us, you may be better boxing, you may be fight well. The other time you say next year.
Hello, still there?
Hello.
Okay, go ahead.
Too many people said this before you call me the reverse. And this match now we call see news. you can't make some people the even call the 55 and more. Why you go then let person beat out for the house for the message? At least you know every week after you supposed to know what to do. At least before you see that side, you supposed to watch the clip of that guy. You know the weakness at the strength.
You know what in Mike Tyson talk? Everybody has a plan until he's hit by the first punch. So by the time Better Blue meets you, all your plan goes scatter. You think Anthony Joshua just come and say, okay, I won't go lose. He won't win now. But when things change inside ring, now you not gonna know what to do again.
I think it is not a thing. You don't speak in the north. Anywhere they want for play, even the guy seen up on the plate. Me go there, go beat her. All those kind of things, me I know they like her. Therefore, Champions League yesterday, Real Madrid, they don't just do it at all. And Sheriff, BBC, the club, who they from 1997, because they did them for Santiago. They be really good. But for today's match, I also Chelsea know what to do to beat Juventus. I do it.
Thank you, Danjuma. Hello. All right, try and get close to us again, and so that we can take your own call. Hello. Hello. Good evening.
Good evening, sir. Hello, brother.
Good evening.
Hello, sir. I miss you.
I salute you, my brother.
I see the call for Coco.
Oh, Steven from Coco. Go ahead.
Thank God this Joshua and Imagine coming by February now. Let him wake up and work on himself so that match they have for February so that he can win it. Because any mistake he have for this one, let it be a lesson to him so that he can work on himself seriously before the match. Chelsea match about that now. Which time it is, sir?
Chelsea's match is I think 8 p.m. 8 p.m.
Okay. I will get the best this night. God bless you, Ronaldo.
All right. Hello. Good evening.
This is Ogai Ibrahim and Ogai the Maestro.
Madrid, if you call.
Good evening, welcome.
Yes.
Despite the new sheriff in town that arrested you.
There's no sheriff in town.
We saw a new sheriff in Madrid.
That thing happened. Before any club we talk, let them win at least 9, 8 to 9.
Not 13.
Not 13. Just win 8 to 9. And then you can talk. Just like when you are talking to Pele, he tell you to win 3 World Cups and
score 8,000.
Then you can now come and talk. So before any club can come to the table, let them win at least 8 Champions League trophy. Then you can begin to talk. Okay, you see that guy. I never knew that guy was like that. That's Alexander Usyk. That guy fights like that boxer who fought Mohamed Ali Rumble in the jungle. They are the same. They fight in the same way. That guy doesn't give up. It's like I don't want to say two drugs.
Rumble in the jungle was Joe Frazier.
Joe Frazier. It's the same way. He's struggling very well. That's
Rumble in the that was Thriller in Manila. Rumble in the Jungle was George Foreman. But I think you mean
yes, Thriller in Manila.
Yeah.
Yes, that's it. He fights like it. He doesn't give up. It's like cat with no life. So for me, I see that Argentina didn't know him too well. Because Argentina was struggling with him while in the range. He didn't know him too well. I think Argentina underestimated him that this one can't do anything. He just really skillful. He knows how to dodge. That guy, I don't know, he made Argentina like the back of his stand. So, before Argentina will go back for the match, he should study that guy very well. It's not like maybe he's too good to get. I feel that guy studied Argentina so much that he understood everything about Anthony Joshua. Why AJ really look at AJ was just flexing, doing a lot, just like what the other fighter said after he defeated AJ post the match. He said he was no longer training, he was enjoying himself. So I never expected, but I read that he was unbeaten before that match.
Yeah, also,
that
yeah.
I never lost. That one gave me some fear.
He had not lost, but you know, most of the fights were at cruiserweight. He had won everything. He was the unified champion. The undisputed champion.
The number 2 apart from Alexander Holyfield and I think another fight.
Yeah, he's the third. After David Hay and Evander Holyfield, he's the third.
I think these people for days I couldn't sleep. I was just feeling bad. So, I think Joshua should do everything possible to study that guy. He's beatable. Well, he's not beatable. I think Joshua can tell that guy apart. He didn't study him. He didn't know him too well. That's what I saw. I don't know that. That's what I saw in that room that very day. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Barrister Philip Otobo, good evening, sir.
How are you, my dear? How you doing?
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
You are back. Are you still at your exams?
No.
You are done with that one. All right. I wish you success anyway. I want you people to help me monitor those players. I don't want to have a third disappointment. I have one from Lagos from Maisha tournament. AJ did that one in then we are back in now. So, please, let people monitor the new play so that we should not take the cup out of those seats. Although I know that said hello.
We can hear you.
I know that said they're going to be
all right, try and get across to us, Barrister Philip Otobo. Well, guys, let's take this one. Hello.
Hey, good evening, sir.
Good evening, my brother.
This is Gabby from Life.
Okay, go ahead.
Please, I want to know if Liverpool plays today.
5-1, they won.
Liverpool.
Liverpool win.
Okay. What Chelsea today? Good time.
8 p.m.
8 p.m. What about it? Match.
Same time.
Okay.
Wait, just give me a second. 2 matches for 5:45. Okay, Man U 2, 8 p.m. too. Yeah, 8 p.m.
Okay. What of Liverpool? What Liverpool plays today?
They beat the Giants 2-1.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Alright, for those of you sending your SMS, keep sending them so that we'll have time to take them. Before we get more calls, let me quickly give you some updates as far as the transfer, gossip and all that is concerned. We can tell you that Barcelona and Real Madrid, they will be among the clubs interested in Leicester City's Yuri Tillemans if the Belgian midfielder who is 24 is available next summer. Chelsea and Bayern Munich, they are not considering a swap deal between United States winger Christian Pulisic, who is 23, and 25-year-old Germany winger Leroy Sané. That's coming from Fabrizio Romano. Roma manager Jose Mourinho wants to bring Tottenham's France midfielder Tanguy Ndombele to the club. For Real Madrid, they are interested in Inter Milan centre-back Alessandro Bastoni, although the Italy defender, who is 22, is valued at 60 million euros, which is 51.7 million pounds. All right, let's go back to the phone lines. Hello.
Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening. I'm Moses from Kobai.
Moses from Kobai.
Okay, I'm the Doku match. But maybe I see go down to win that match, and you don't want to lose that match. Because like that kind of match when I see play, everybody said Arsenal now will win, but they're quite disappointed.
Okay.
Hello.
I don't hear you.
Because all those for this attacker, we know you need them for that match. You want to let that man make himself stay on you. Because you know full career gonna go anyway.
But they do well for now. I don't win 3 now.
Which match will be 5 o'clock?
5:45. Atalanta they play 5:45. Atalanta they play Young Boys for Italy. 5:45. Then Zenit for Russia against Malmo. And the two matches with that. Thank you. The horn will be here. Hello? We'll try and get across to us before we start taking the messages. While we are wait for more calls, let's look at okay. There's someone online. Hello.
Hello.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
You're welcome, my brother. Your name and location.
This is Exodus from Sulu.
Exodus. Go ahead.
I just want to brag and make a shout out to my lovely team. The IS4 team last night. We never walk alone. The Africa Pride. You know, the rest of our way, we are the black. The diamond black. So I just want to make a new shout out to Liverpool. So we know that football is our life, our soul, our no. So we know that it's not going to be that difficult. It's just like practice game, practice for Sunday Buster game against Man City. So it's just like we decide to strengthen our leg. Okay. We need the Liverpool. So what to do Sunday? It's our own. It is Anfield. It is called Anfield, near the crowd.
But don't be surprised if they find it difficult to score at Anfield after scoring 5 yesterday.
Do you know that for I think in this September, I believe Liverpool have not played much, or it's only ones who are playing our own. The other 4 matches have been away. We are coming back home to come and rest. So Man City, they will collect. Thus, we will celebrate on Monday. I'll come on Monday to celebrate. For Chelsea, I don't think it's really good Chelsea fans. They should not be calling. Chelsea has a squad. And their second squad is like a good, it's a first level for other teams. Can't say whatever. No, they are not supposed to be shaking. Chelsea be like Man City of last season. If they come out, another one will enter. So this way, the guys will cut in all day, this one all day. I don't think Chelsea, they're ready. They're not ready. They will not to be fair because they get that thing over all departments. In fact, Chelsea gets score past Liverpool, past Man City. Honestly. So this is all the fear saying that this will not be. That's why that I just want to give a shout out to our Benin Angels. They keep on doing the work.
All right, thank
you. That's good evening.
All right, thank you.
They are queens, not angels.
Queens.
And I'm not comfortable when we refer to easy opponents as wives. I don't know. I really don't like it. Yeah, I think we should avoid that.
You can see
this one says, good day, men of sport. Please, Oga Ibrahim, how long is Chris James going to be out of action for Chelsea? These are Musa from New Benin. Musa, I don't know. They have not announced just yet. I think they will need some days before they can tell us. But I think the initial prognosis is that he'll be out for a couple of weeks. But for Arsenal, unfortunately, Granit Xhaka, we hear he's going to be out for at least 3 months because of the injury sustained when they played against Tottenham Hotspur. The Sportive, Anthony Joshua will rise again in the rematch from Don Morgan. Okay, we hope so. Oga Ibrahim, do you really think Joshua can claim back his belt? Because that Usyk guy I saw is brutal and wicked. He nearly used blow comot Joshua. To be honest, I don't. Well, Joshua did not let his hand go. It's a term to mean that he did not really fight. If he had taken the fight to Usyk, I'm sure he will have knocked out Usyk. He didn't use his power. He didn't use his physique, his the size difference to dominate Usyk. So he did some things wrong, and I think he will correct that in the second fight. If Eddie had not won and the Ruiz in the rematch, he would not have become a 2-time world champion. So he lost now. He could reclaim it to be a world champion for the 3rd time. Well, is it not better for you to be undefeated your entire career than to be 2 or 3 times or 4 times world champion? Floyd Mayweather Jr. did not lose a single fight in his entire career. Manny Pacquiao, who just retired, lost many fights. So who would you consider the greatest? Is it somebody losing his titles then coming back to reclaim it, or someone who held on and did not lose it at all? In heavyweight, Rocky Marciano fought 49 times and he didn't lose a single time. I don't see Anthony Joshua coming back. Usyk is not, and the Ruiz Junior Arahire from Ogara. Okay, we'll see what happens. Anybody can score a goal, but only Messi can score Messi kind of goals. Good for a reason. Started the move from halfway and ended it with a beauty. We don't do tap in. This is Joel. If by tapping you are referring to Cristiano Ronaldo, I'm sure you have seen. If you want to talk of scoring goals from distance,
goals,
maybe you don't know Cristiano Ronaldo. If you know Cristiano Ronaldo, you'll not be talking about tap-ins. And for that kind of goal, fantastic goal, of course. It's a Messi kind of goal. But have you seen the goals that Philippe Coutinho scores?
Wow.
No, seriously. The way Philippe Coutinho bends the ball. I don't think there's anybody in world football that bends the ball like Philippe Coutinho.
He's a nightmare to goalkeeper.
Yeah, he hasn't done that in the last 2 seasons. But Philippe Coutinho, if you know him, even Federico Chiesa, the guy at Juventus and Italy, he scores that kind of goals that we saw Messi score yesterday. There's a new sheriff in the city of Madrid. The so-called big club should watch out, else they will be dethroned. The sign of relief I saw on Messi's face just told me he had been waiting for that goal for a long time. I hope he continues scoring. For my team Chelsea, they should just help me beat Juventus. Thanks, I am Precious from Benin. Okay. This one says, good day, KUFM. Please tell AJ to stop talking and focus on coming back because he talks too much on media. This case from Aduawa. Hassan with another episode. This one says, greetings, sirs. I actually followed up with the games of yesterday, but that was played right here at the Uniben Sports Complex, and I must say they were mind-blowing. For the games coming up tomorrow in the Betsy Obaseki Women's Football Tournament right here in Uniben, I am looking forward to that, as well as I'm looking forward to seeing you guys. As regards the UEFA Champions League games played yesterday, it was a good one for PSG and other teams that won yesterday. And I must tell you, sirs, if I was told beforehand that Real Madrid would be losing at home to FC Sheriff Tiraspol, I would not have believed it. I already saw that as a done deal for them, but either way, I just hope we will come back stronger. I see Juventus and Chelsea playing out a draw today. Thanks. This is Hassan texting from the University of Benin.
We'll take one more, we'll call it a wrap.
Congratulations to Messi for scoring his first goal for Paris Saint-Germain. Mr. Titus from GRA.
All right, guys, the phone lines are still blinking, but don't worry, tomorrow you'll be part of the show in the evening. Don't worry. For those of you that have been with us since 4 p.m., I want to say big thank you. For those of you that sent SMS and those of you that called, many thanks. And to my strike partners, I want to say big thank you for doing this with me this evening. My name is Ewo Sangbeka. We'll come your way again 8 a.m. tomorrow morning with another edition. Until then, enjoy the rest of your day, and bye-bye.
Hello, entrepreneurs, business owners, and organizations. KUFM 92.7 has an impressive and constantly expanding number of followers online. You can now advertise your goods and services on KUFM's social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Take advantage of our online